California is on fire again, and it seems that people have no idea where these ones came from. While thousands of families have been displaced and billions of dollars worth of homes and infrastructure have been utterly destroyed, I think there's something fishy happening with these LA fires, and they look pretty similar to what happened in Hawaii. Some people are saying this is just another natural disaster, but I'm from California, and I don't remember wildfires popping up in the middle of January. Is there something deeper at play here? Stick with me to the end of this video because I'm going to unpack what people are saying about the LA fires. Now, fires in Los Angeles and California are no shock to anybody, but the frequency that's been happening lately is a little bit revealing. Not only that, the way that the fires are happening this time around is causing people's eyebrows to raise a little bit. Experts are saying it has to do with climate change, but others are questioning if there's more to the story. Why does it seem like these fires have been hitting so strategically? Not only that, you can see this clip on your screen right now. It looks like all three of these fires started at the same time. That does not look like a natural disaster. Are we all really supposed to believe that this is just one big coincidence? Or is there something deeper that the government and other people are not telling us? Let's break down the different theories and what people are saying right now. One theory, which I'll even admit seems to be a little bit out there, is that there are directed energy weapons, or DEWs, that are at play right now. Seems how there's been a number of cars that seem to have just randomly, spontaneously combusted and melted, even though there was no sign of fire around them. For example, you could probably see this clip right now on your screen of this car melted, but then there's a big tree right above it, and the tree's not even touched. Is it possible that some advanced technology could be the reason for what is actually happening with the LA fires? I don't know, but it is a little suspicious. Another theory. Greedy developers and politicians are coming in and trying to rezone different locations in Hollywood. Pretty interesting how these fires have conveniently cleared out the exact land that many people would love to rezone and build multi-billion-dollar projects on. Some critics argue that these fires seem targeted, especially in cities with certain housing shortages. Is it possible that these fires could be intentional, like the theories that were thrown around about Hawaii? That it seemed like, for a very interesting reason, there was a very specific type of land that spontaneously combusted. Some people also believe that these fires are being used as a political agenda to continue to push the climate change narrative. And of course, this paves the way for multi-billion-dollar projects, for all of your tax money to be thrown into how we can study whether or not the atmosphere is going up by half a degree every 10 to 20 years. And the goal is to create a large amount of fear all around climate change. Oh, the atmosphere is getting hotter. Oh, the carbon dioxide in the air is increasing and increasing. Spontaneous combustion is now a thing. And I don't know about all that. But the theory is that they are trying to push that climate agenda. And of course, we can't forget that many people are also saying that it has to do with insurance payouts. If a natural disaster randomly occurs, then you get federal disaster relief, which could result in billions and billions of relief dollars. Is it possible that someone could be profiting from all of this chaos? We've seen worse things done for less amounts of money. But here's the crazy part. The internet is full of very strange evidence pointing in multiple different directions. For example, check out these satellite images. They're showing an unusual heat pattern that is not normally seen when it comes to natural disasters. And then there's also eyewitnesses that say that they claim they've seen drones actually flying and starting the fires. Coincidence or cover-up? And what about this? Allegedly, people are claiming that they're watching helicopters dropping flammable products instead of water on top of the fires, which sounds crazy, but apparently there's a ton of people that are saying that they're seeing this. Now, ultimately, what does all of this mean? I know this for a fact, that there was a bill that should have been passed about a year ago, but Gavin Newsom deterred it in order to save some rare fish, which his whole plan to deter the water coming out of North California to Southern California and pump it into the ocean didn't work to help the fish anyway. There are billions and billions of gallons of natural water coming from springs out of Northern California that the people were attempting to pump into Southern California to help with incidences like this. That is called poor government. Poor local government, poor state government. When you have a terrible governor, terrible things like this begin to happen. And many people are saying that the fire hydrants didn't have any water in them, that they were limited in capacity. Well, what is that? That is a result of not having the water that should have been coming from Northern California into Southern California. Sounds a little fishy and almost like it was strategically done just before a massive fire sweeps through LA. But I don't know. I don't want to be speculative, but it's a little fishy. Not only that, many people are allegedly saying that the mayor cut tremendous funding toward the LA fire departments. And it gets worse. Allegedly, all of the leftover resources were given to Ukraine in the time of their need, so now we don't have any extra resources in the time of our need. Not only that, much of the LA Fire Department and other surrounding areas laid off a large amount of firefighters due to what happened in 2020 because they were forcing vaccines on people and the firefighters did not want to take the vaccines. And then of course, you've got all the Christians claiming that it's God's judgment on LA because the night before the fires spark at the Golden Globe Awards, there is a comment made about how Los Angeles is a godless city and all of the actors and actresses that were there participated in laughter and mockery as they scoffed at God. So what does it ultimately boil down to? No one has any answers yet, but there's a lot of fishy stuff happening behind the scenes. I know this for a fact. It's not God's judgment on LA. God does not teach through destruction. God teaches through instruction. It's not God's will for Los Angeles to burn down in flames. It's God's will for Los Angeles to have a mighty move of God and to experience revival. But I am interested if there's anything I don't know about the LA fires. Please drop it in the comments down below. I'm going to make another video about this and keep everybody up to date. But this is what we know so far, and these are the conspiracies behind all of the content that we know as of now. Make sure if you like this type of content and you want to stay up to date with what's happening, you subscribe and turn on your post notifications, and I'll be back in a couple of days with another update. I'll see you there.